Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nidhi and you're watching my series on how to become a cabin crew. So before we begin this video, I want to say a huge thank you to all of you because very recently I posted that I wanted all of you to be part of my YouTube channel. I've gotten such good positive response from all of you. You've been very kind and generous in sharing your experiences for the interview as a cabin crew. I'll be releasing a lot more videos in coming days where I'll be talking about people and their life experiences. I'll have them on my channel, share with you how exactly they prepared themselves for the interview and right now how are they enjoying their cabin crew life. But before I do that, I'm also sharing a lot of information which you all have been very kind in sharing with me regarding your interviews, especially when you go and clear those interviews. So congratulations and thank you once again. And all this information is available on my Instagram. So if you still haven't connected with me on my Instagram, please go ahead and do that. Do connect with me on my Facebook as well, but do remember to subscribe to the channel and do not forget to watch this video till the end. So in this video, what am I doing? I will be sharing two things with you. One, I'll be sharing a live experience of a successful candidate who went for the interview with Qatar Airways. This is his first time applying for the interview and he got it. And he's been very generous to send me the recordings of his voice, which I'll be sharing with you later, where he has talked about the interview, he has shared some of his tips, and of course talked about his experience. And I'm really delighted that I get to share that with all of you. But along the way, I'll also be sharing a lot more information because Qatar Airways have been hiring very rampantly in a lot of different countries, and I want to share with you guys the interview process and some tips as to how you can clear that interview. Now with Qatar Airways, what they do basically is they have the two kind of interviews. For both of these, you basically have to upload your application online, as you can see on the screen. So basically you have to apply for the vacancy. What happens in the first one is for open day, once you upload all the information, you can directly go for the walk-in. There will be no invitation sent. You can look up where exactly the interview is happening, the location, the hotel details and everything, carry all the necessary documents that they want you to carry and basically go for the interview. And for invite-only assessments, which is the second one, what happens is basically you upload all your information, necessary information, and then based on the information, they will go ahead and send you an invite if you are shortlisted for the interview. What I'm sharing with you is the assessment that was conducted in India. And I'm going to be sharing the recordings with you right now, and it's from an open day assessment. So let's go ahead and listen to the video.
So I gave my interview for Qatar Airways in Amritsar. I believe there were around 2000 candidates and my number was 736. As I reached at 7:30 morning, the timing for the interview was 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay, so as you can see, a very important thing that has been shared in this particular recording is that this person reached before time, which is very important. So you have to ensure you do that. And once you get there, basically they will give you a token number and they will call you according to your token number. Now, what happens is in an open day assessment, and I believe this would be the same for the invite only assessments as well, they will basically call you one by one and they will ask you questions, which is going to be the next recording that I'm going to share with you right now. So let's listen to day one.
I have took the token first itself. After some time, after 9 a.m., they started their first round. They will only ask you, what do you do? In this question, they just want to know what are you doing now? Are you working or you are a fresher? Or else are you studying? This question have a lot of weightage. How you present your answer is the most important part here. Because if they are impressed and they see that spark in you, they will give you that paper where it's written that you are selected and at what time you have to come tomorrow.
What happens in open day is that they will ask you some questions, just trying to basically figure out who you are and whether they should bring you up on board to become cabin crew for their airline. Now, one thing that I want to share with all of you here, and I talk about this all the time. This round, the first round, the introduction round, or the open day assessment rounds, is all about elimination. What they're trying to do is basically eliminate the people that they do not want and just take the people that they really want, and then they want to put them through the next round to see whether they really are the cabin crew that they're looking for. So this round, as this person also shared, it's all about making that right impression, whether it's through your grooming, whether it's through your personality, whether it's through your charm, whether it's through your communication. So some of the questions that are basically asked in this round are, why do you want to become a cabin crew? And if you're a fresher, this is a very, very important question. And for people who are experienced, sometimes they're basically asked as to what are they currently doing, why do they want to become cabin crew with Qatar Airways, why do they not like their current job, why do they want to shift from their current job. For freshers, it could just be possibly about, where do you see yourself in few years from now as a cabin crew, what do you know about cabin crew job, what are the roles and responsibilities. One of the interesting questions that someone shared with me was basically, why do you keep coming back to interview for Qatar Airways even though you've been rejected so many times? So that's an interesting question, I thought. What happens is basically, if they get impressed by you in this particular round, which is the first round, they will tell you or they will give you a slip, and they will tell you that you are shortlisted for the next round, which is the assessment round. Apparently that's what they call it. Otherwise they will tell you, they'll send you an email. Another thing that I want to share with you guys when it comes to these assessments, basically, again, different countries have different rules. So sometimes these assessments can take a day, everything can happen on the same day. For some countries, depending upon the number of people actually attending the interview days can differ. Some people have shared with me the open day and the assessment day actually happened on the same day. For some people, it was spread out for 3 days. For some people, it was 2 days. So basically, just go with the flow. Now, before this next round of assessment happens, what happens is the reach test.
The reach of the height is 212 centimeter. You have to stand straight. Your hand should be up straight, and it should cross 212 centimeter. With after that, they will check your weight and BMI. Day 2, there would be 3 rounds back to back. The first round would be written exam. In this test, most of them get rejected, but the test is quite easy. So in written exam of Qatar interview, they just ask you basic questions. The basic questions consist of English with comprehension, grammar, and majorly important questions are like service questions. So service questions, they ask you a lot, and they are quite easy. You just have to score, and you just have to use your presence of mind on that time. The second round would be 101, where they will see marks and scars on your face, hands, and any visible part of your body, and they will ask you some general questions. In this round, mostly because of scars and marks, they rejects the candidate. So in scars and marks round, they ask you questions. The question consists of, tell me something about yourself, and how can you be a asset to the company. And the second question which I remember is, tell me something, some advantages of television or any electronics. The third questions, how can you help someone, any of the did you help anyone or anything such. These are the questions which may come in the second last round, that is scars and marks round. And the last round would be proper PI, proper personal interview. I am not scaring you, but it takes more than 15 minutes at least 12 to 15 minutes of personal interview. Here they will ask you back to back questions, and you have to answer them in yes or no format. If yes, then why you have to explain it, and if no, then again why you have to explain it. The fourth question is, I will say that the one who is experienced, they get mostly this question, that have you ever helped anyone a part of your working time. That means you have completed your time and then you help someone. These questions are generally asked in Qatar Airways, the most important question for experienced crew.
Now again, as you see that this written test is basically more of like an aptitude test. There'll be some grammar questions, there'll be some maths questions, some essay questions and things like that. It's basically just to test your logical reasoning, test a little bit of your written efficiency in English, because English is going to be the universal language that you'll be using when you're on board as a cabin crew. But the tip that I want to share with you guys here is when it comes to answering questions related to service, because as you just heard the video, there were certain questions that were regarding service. Always remember, whenever you're answering service related questions, do not answer as to how you would want to take care of that situation. Always answer from the perspective of the customer, of a passenger, which means that put yourself in the shoes of the customer, put yourself in the shoes of the passenger whenever you're answering service related questions, and that will give you a better answer. The next round, basically, as shared in the recording, they're going to go ahead and check if you have any tattoos, if you have any scars, if you have any piercings. More often than not, what they're really worried about is whether any of this is going to be visible when you actually wear their uniform. So that's what they're looking for. Now, when you manage to clear this round, basically the next round, which can happen again on the same day, or they can ask you to come the next day, is basically your personal interview. Now, there are a lot of questions that are shared in this, there are a lot of questions that the management round will be asking you in the personal interview, because this interview usually is taken by higher management. And this round is all about making sure that they have made the right decision to pick you up to become a cabin crew. So this is the round where you want to impress them in totality, where you want to go ahead and share your experiences, where you want to tell them what are your strengths. You want to go ahead and focus on telling them what exactly are the things that you have which makes you an eligible candidate to become a cabin crew for their airline. And that's what this round is all about. And that's one of the reasons it's really grueling, because they really want to make sure that they pick up the right person. And that's the reason they ask you all these questions. I'm going to be sharing with you a couple of questions that were asked in some of these rounds, especially with Qatar Airways, which has been very kindly shared with other people by other people. So the questions when it comes to personal interviews can range from anything and everything. They can talk about how you handle a situation, how would you handle an angry customer, have you ever been in a situation whether you received good customer service, bad customer service. They can talk about your personal experience, whether you've helped someone before, or they can basically ask you all over again is to introduce yourself, why do you want to become cabin crew with Qatar Airways, and the list can actually be endless. But again, my tip here that I want to share with all of you, it's really not about the answers all the time. It's really about making the rapport, making that connection, basically bringing forth your personality to tell them as to what makes you an eligible cabin crew candidate for this particular airline. And you can go ahead and watch some of my videos where I've talked about how you can answer some of these questions like strengths and weaknesses, why do you want to become a cabin crew, and things like that, to get a better overview as to how you can handle this particular round.
One who got cleared or selected in the final round have to wait for 3 days. That's all for Qatar Airways interview process.
And that's it. And then they will basically tell you that you will receive an email from them if you have been successful, and they will ask you to basically go ahead and get your medicals done, and they will ask you to go ahead and upload your photographs and do the rest of the formalities. And usually within 2 to 3 months of time, you will basically get your date of joining, given that you clear your medicals. So just to let you know a little bit here, although from my understanding, from whatever people have shared across from different parts of the world, the interview process has been pretty much the same for different countries, but this can change at any point in time. So what I'm sharing today with you is basically relevant for today. and anything that has happened before today. It could change at any point in time, so keep me updated as well. That'll be a great thing to do. If you've been through a different experience, feel free to share it with me and get in touch with me, and we can make that into a video. Another thing that I want to tell you guys about Qatar Airways in particular is that there is no cooling off period, which means that you do not have to wait for a certain number of days before you can reapply. So that's a really good thing about Qatar Airways. You can just go ahead and keep reapplying, and I really hope that you don't have to do that for a long period of time. I really hope that after watching these videos and other people's videos, you should be able to get your dream job very soon. Now, this is what I wanted to share with you guys, especially for the interview process of Qatar Airways and some of the questions and what exactly are the rounds, and of course my tips that I wanted to share with all of you. So again, a big thank you to my friend here, who has been very generous and kind in sharing all this information with all of you. I would highly appreciate if you guys want to share your experience with the rest of the people as well. Go ahead and put it in the comment section below, and I'll get in touch with you. I really hope that you like this initiative of mine, and of course, once again, keep telling me about questions that are being asked. Even if you don't want to be part of the YouTube video, go ahead and share your questions or your interview experience for any airline with me on my Instagram, and I'll be happy to repost it so that everyone can know about it and all of us can benefit from it, so we can all grow together. But at this point in time, we're going to end this video right here, and I know it's been really long. I hope this video really adds some value to you, and if it does, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell for more video updates. And you all know that I do personal coaching, so do get in touch with me if you want to know more about it. My email address is listed below, and of course, as I always say, all of you out there, stay pretty, stay handsome, happy flying, safe flights, and I love you guys. Bye.